Jack Duffin tweets this out. So what would a realistic trade-up look like? So to his way of thinking, Andrew Berry and the Browns would have to give up 74 and 98. They would get back 56 and 121 or 63 and 122. Again, you see the pick swaps where you get a pick back, but it's later in the draft. I get that. Again, if you target a guy that you really like, I could see that happening, but there will be a one or two guys that he has targeted, similar to Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah a couple years ago.
Yeah, and I think that would kind of be, the best way to go about things is, like I said, the Browns on paper, don't seem to have a lot of holes, so it might not be a bad idea in that case to try and go for quality. Instead of having a pick that's at the extremely back end of the top 75, you go for one that would be, kind of in the 50s, the mid to late 50s or the very early 60s in that situation. And then you would just turn that second, third round pick you have into another fourth rounder, giving you in one of those scenarios a 2 and 3 4s to kind of play with, giving you options to maybe trade up again. Like I said, consolidating picks. And this was the kind of trade I talked about before. I think it was one of the last times I was on the show. The term I kind of made up for it is sandwich draft, or in this case, they're trading the toppings to get the bread, because you would have the higher and the highest and the lowest pick, and you're giving up the 2 picks in the middle. That way, you're not losing an amount of picks. You're just changing the range in which they are and where they are in the draft order, and then you're turning, two middle picks to get a player who's certainly got a higher quality and a higher chance to be an impact player. Maybe not necessarily this year, but maybe, 2024 and going forward.